Hello, everybody.
Hello, this is Steve.
Yeah, this is George. This is the third session of the quarterfinals. There are 8 15 board matches, and this is the third. I'm not sure about North-South. I imagine they play a souped-up 2/1. East-West, I believe, play a strong club.
That is correct in both cases.
All roads lead to 12 tricks. What do you think you should bid here, Steve? 4 clubs? Just temporizing?
I assume 3 no trump is probably some sort of slam try. It looks like 4 clubs. 11's got a minimum, but he's got fits for 2 suits now, and he knows about the diamond shortness. I assume 3 diamonds is a splinter bid.
That's what the alert says. In the other room, they reached the lofty heights of 5 spades and made 6.
Yeah, if I'm looking at it right, it looks like clubs is a little bit better contract because you can pitch 2 spades on the hearts and roughest spade if you're in clubs and make the contract when spades are 3-1. Well, you can't do that if you're in spades, and it goes the other way around.
Excellent point. Excellent. Well, there's an aggressive bid.
If they have any sort of 6-key card, Blackwood or anything, they're going to find out they're off an ace and both the black queens, and probably they're going to slow down anyway.
That's what happened in the other room. They're missing an ace and the trump queen. I wonder what he's thinking about. I think you almost have to be safe at the 5 level, but it's just a question of spades or clubs. Maybe he doesn't want to go past 5 clubs. It just seems like this is an aggressive auction if I was sitting south.
Yeah, I suspect 11 may have wanted to show the heart control just in case that's what his partner needed to move on, even though he's minimum from, wow, what a great bid by Weinstein. That's amazing.
Good stuff. Good stuff. This will not take long to play. West may upgrade this to a strong club. Last session, I commentated with on Wold and Compton. Wold upgraded every hand.
I played on several teams with Wold. He's quite aggressive on the upgrades and also bids a fair amount of off-shape 1 no trump openers.
well.
Well, it's probably been a while since any of them saw this auction.
Well, East's passed to find his hand, so. You may as well pitch a spade on this. In the other room, north-south, we're in 3 hearts, 2 down.
Yeah, after the standard American one diamond opener, for example, and a hard overcall, the South-hander's under a lot more pressure to bid with 9 highs and some decent suit of their own. It's easy to see how you'd get too high, as opposed to this auction, where you've got a big club sitting over there and there's not that much pressure to be concerned about missing a game.
Well, in the other room, Rodwell opened a club as well, and North overcalled a heart, and East passed, which was alerted that he has less than 6 points, and South now bid 2 clubs with their hand. So went double for takeout, went past 2 spades. Pass, and now bid 3 hearts. Skipped 4 clubs to the 10, opposite his partner's 2 club bid. He could have bid 3 clubs along the way. Five good imps to the nickel team. Good as in well earned.
Yeah, it appears in the other room that the North player was unsure whether the 2 club bids was natural or not. I mean, with 4-card support, you'd think he would raise there if he was, if he assumed it was a natural bid.
Well, even if he didn't, along the way, he can bid 3 clubs just in case. For those who are watching, the when his club passed a heart, 1 spade, and when North doubled, that is a support double. It shows specifically 3 of the suit that his partner bid. And if he had bid 2 hearts, then that would show 4. I don't think all of the specs play support doubles, so. West looks like he's going to win this spade, and he may just play ace and another diamond and get a rough for 1 down. Actually, be 2 down. As predicted, here it comes. the other table on this board, North-South did not take the plunge to four hearts, so they defended 3 spades and beat it a trick.
You know, one of the reasons that South made the aggressive 4-heart bid on this auction, his partner usually will just have 1 spade. Unfortunately for him, it turned out to be the queen. If you move that over to the diamond or somewhere else, the contract actually has a little bit of play.
Well, also in the other room, North-South are not playing support doubles, so over a spade went pass, and then Maxtreth bid 3 spades and went all pass. So South never knew that there was any heart support. It's a pretty standard auction, pretty standard contract.
Yeah, it looks like a heart and 2 club losers, and he'll have his 10 tricks.
I think this is going to be pretty routine. There's nothing more that he can do. He's just going to take his tricks and run. High queen. This is known as another upgrade. Actually, maybe not. They're playing a strong club system. Maybe it is 19. What would you do with North Sand, Steve? Would you enter?
I probably wouldn't, just because our methods aren't well enough to define to do anything but just bid 3 hearts to show hearts, and I just tend not to come in at such a level knowing there's a big hand sitting there. That's not to say it's not the right bid. It's just a matter of personality. I wish I was good enough to make that bid, it turns out.
In the other room, Haffey did not come in over 2-no trump, so East-West Rodwell Maxtreth got involved in a in a puppet auction, and Rodwell ended up bidding 3 no trump.
As Barnett's pointed out, in 4 no trump or 3 no trump, the correct play is a club to the queen to protect against Jack 10 fourth in the pocket, which in fact turns out to be the case. And with a heart out, that'll give the declarer 4 spades, a heart, and 5 clubs for his 10 tricks. So George, would you have bid 3 hearts with Levin's hand?
Before I got gray hair, I probably would have, but I don't think nowadays I would. Every time I do something like that, my partner has a stiff.
I noticed he left 5th best from 6th there. Does anybody know what their carding and lead agreements are?
Looks like 3rd and 5th.
That would be a good guess. I was waiting to see if he's tried some sort of inferential suit preference here, since his partner will figure out what's going on before the declarer will.
I have been told by the very best of sources that north-south against no trump lead attitude. 3 and 4 hearts making at the other table, by the way.
Yeah, on this lead, the declarer at this point can draw a trump and lead a club over and pitch 1 spade, lead a spade, and he'll have 10 tricks when the spade loses. With a club out, it would have been a lot more challenging because that takes out his entry to the ace of diamonds.
Well, there's some discussion. Okay, sorry. he just put it in. They thought that if they let a club, he'd go down, but he's got an entry with the 9 of hearts. So everybody, the table chat, the operator said that they're taking a break now, so play will resume in a few minutes. You can, refill your drinks or do whatever you need to do, but we'll be a few minutes before we start up again.
Hey George, who won the Canadian playoffs? I lost track around the semifinals.
It was a team with Nick and Judy Gartagonis and Paul Thurston and Jeff Smith and Danny Miles and Danielle Corbet. They beat Irving Litvak's team in the finals.
Yeah, just looking on paper, I thought perhaps Dan Jacobs' team might be the team to beat.
No, Jacobs' team ended up winning, but they only played in the seniors, really. The team to beat on paper probably would have been Lequier's team, Nick Lequier, and he had a bunch of pretty good players on his team. But Jacob won. He won the seniors. He played with Robert Leby and David Lindop and Jurek. I don't know how to pronounce Jurek's last name, but it's Skowski.
Yeah, I've been playing with those guys for a couple of years, and I still don't know how to say the last name.
It's pretty tough. Oddly enough, I mean, they were down throughout the whole match, and they rallied at the very end to tie, and they won 10-2 in a tiebreaker. I can't remember how many boards. I think 8 boards. The open team winners are a mixture of age and youth. I mean, there's 3 of them that have been around for quite some time, and 3 younger players. So it's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'll have to tease Dan about playing in the seniors. I'd assumed his team had played in the open.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I gotta give him a hard time. Knowing that you can never predict auctions in today's bridge environment, it seems when the players come back that this is going to go one no by no, north all pass. Some of the players might notice that Purcell had 2 better 4-card majors and didn't lead either one. Probably 10 years ago, it would have been automatic to lead 4th from one of the majors, probably Hearts. But the lead theories have gotten a little bit stronger now in leading from broken 4-card suits. So it turns out in the long run doesn't work so well. Anyway, the reason that people would lead a heart rather than a spade, would they let a heart, would be the 2 tells their partner that they have exactly 4, while the 3 might be misread as a 5-card suit if the declare hides the 2. But in any event, I think a lot of the people would lead a diamond just like Mike did on this auction.
In the other room, Extrith led the 7 of diamonds, and Rodwell played the 8. Declare won the queen, so that didn't give them those diamond tricks right away. Well, East-West can take their 4 heart tricks in the club, but it looks like North-South are going to zoom in, making 1 no trump to pick up 5 more imps. Steve, I had to go and check. I just checked the rosters in the Flight A and the Open. I wanted to make sure that Jacob and Levy weren't playing in the Open and got knocked out so that they relegated themselves to the seniors. But no, they did not start in the Open. They just played in the seniors.
Thanks for the scoop. I'll be glad to use it in Atlanta.
Well, I hate for you to start teasing them and then Jacob turn around and say, well, we played them both.
Well, it wouldn't want to be something he'd be bragging about, considering what that meant.
Is this another 2-no trump opener? Rodwell opened a 2-no trump in the other room.
I was looking back at the previous hand. It's interesting, the lead of the 7 of diamonds, the old rule of 11 tells you that partner doesn't have the diamond, so you can play the 8, as Rodwell did. When you lead the 6 of diamonds, it turns out there are some holdings that partner can have, so putting up the king could be the right play. Somewhat random, probably, but it's kind of interesting that it turned out to be a 5-imp swing based on the 6 or the 7 lead.
Well, I'm sure Purcell led it second highest from a bad suit, hoping that they'd be able to figure it out, but Mexwith led the 7. It left no doubt whatsoever. If North-South do not take their minor suit aces right away, then they will go to bed with one of them for sure. Barnachenkin made a good point. The only lead that has a chance of beating 4 hearts is the Jack of diamonds. So if he finesses the 10 on the way back, North will play a club to South's ace and get a diamond rough. This puts him on the horns of a dilemma. Oh, here we go. What a good defense.
What a great sequence of plays. That's 13 well-deserved imps for nickel.
That was really something. I hope that Specs realize how beautiful that was. In the other room, believe it or not, 4 spades was played by East, and South led their singleton trump. Could be a heart part score for east-west. Or, if they're aggressive, north-south can compete in spades. North will probably bet two spades. Or maybe he'll show a limited raise of some sort with three cards. It's going to be tough not to lose four tricks. You know, Steve, when they're playing a limited system and you open a diamond, do you think that, which is nebulous, do you think that West's four-heart bid was a little bit aggressive?
Yeah, it's interesting you should mention that. When I saw him make it, I thought it was a bit aggressive. I think what's happened is a combination of the length in the suit and not knowing who can make what makes it probably in his mind just one of those two-way bids. He just wants to get it up there and get going. East had also bid three hearts. Maybe double would have also shown four hearts, but with his hand out, I'd probably bid three hearts too, for the same reasons, a little bit of shape and good hearts, and just trying to get the level of the auction as high as I could, as fast as I could.
Well, in the other room in third seat, Mextrith opened a heart with the King, Queen, Jack fourth. And, of course, it went a spade. Now, Rodwell bid 2-no trump, which is some form of good raise or mixed raise. Went three spades by North, and Mextrith bid four hearts. He took the plunge. I don't think they play canapé, do they? Or maybe they do. I have no idea.
No, they don't play canapé. Again, it just shows that these top-rated pairs, they tend to bid a lot just because there's good odds in it. On this hand, I mean, clearly they've just gotten too high.
Well, it was kind of ironic in the last match that I commentated, the match before this. Eddie Wold had a 4-3-3, 12 or 13 count with ace, king, queen, 9 of spades, and he opened a spade playing 5-card majors. Well, lo and behold, in the other room, the same thing happened when passed a spade. I have been told by the best of sources that Meckwell, their only possible canapé is a club of diamond, 1 of a major, can be unbalanced with 4 of a major and 5 of a minor. So on that board, 1 heart by Mextrith was not systemic.
One of the task forces, so to speak, that I put together when we were trying to figure out what you can and can't do within the guidelines in the big events like this, was we had to figure out at what point do you say it's not standard and you need to be advising your opponents that you might be doing these things. But the conclusion was at the high levels, and only at the high levels, what you do in third seat especially is pretty much anything you want to do is fair game, because pretty much everybody's moving a little bit. So the 4-card suits, open a 4-card suit with a 6-card minor. There's a lot of examples we gave on the committee, but it was a good committee, just again trying to determine what makes sense to allow people to do it without telling their opponents they're doing it. We had, interestingly, Steve Weinstein was on the committee along with Fred, BBO Fred, and Chip Martell. So we had some strong committee members when we were putting it together.
Well, it's nice to see the efforts that that you and your counterparts are putting in, because all it can do is improve the game.
Yeah, in other words, especially these types of situations, you have to you don't want in the smaller events where you're playing with people less experienced. You don't want certain things to be allowed in those events, which aren't. But in these events, not as much protection is really needed.
That is it for the defense. 2 down. Well, there's not much in this for north-south, so we may see some sort of an east-west part score.
The east hand gets a style situation. In our system, George Jacobs, believe it or not, and I do not open the east hand simply because it's too flat and too aceless. Be interesting to see. I suspect Purcell's going to open it just because of their methods.
I guess if you're playing a strong club, they're obligated to open the east-handed diamond, so that'll keep Weinstein out, and then it'll just go a diamond, a heart, a spade, and no trump. I guess, I don't know. Just for the benefit of the spectators, the viewgraph operator has advised that they're just taking another short break, so you can fill up your drinks and come back in a bit. We've got 4 more boards to go before the end of this session. For those of you who are interested, the next session will take place, so they say, roughly an hour and 10 minutes from now. So, assuming that we finish this in these last 4 boards in 20 minutes or 25 or 30 minutes, it'll be about 40 minutes after that. You can have a bite to eat and come back and watch the last session of the day. I'm about to post the web page for the ViewGraph schedule, which includes not only the U.S. Bridge Federation championships, but also many other events around the world. So if you don't have it by now, it wouldn't hurt for you to bookmark it so that you can use it on a daily basis and see what's going on.
And there's the opening bid we were discussing.
Yeah, I think they're obligated if they play precision to open that a diamond. Is that not right? Even if it's 11 points. And it's not going to take any encouragement for these people to open the bidding.
Yeah,
and of course,
aggression's really part of the game now. You're right.
on board 41, where South went down 2 in 3 clubs at the other table, South was in 2 no trump, down 3. So Nick will pick up another couple of imps. Uh-oh. Here comes the diamond. Opener for you is watching West play the 8 of diamonds when he led low, because now he's got all the spots. Easy enough to overtake, I suppose. Maybe he wants them in his hand, who knows. North-South play attitude leads versus no trump, so, well, not only that, plus, you know, South can see dummy as well, but they have the 6 followed by the 3 would be, would show no interest in that particular suit. I think South has to win this, really, and cash his diamonds and look for some help from his partner. Partner will probably show him that he has a heart card. I wonder what's more explicit, the 9 of spades or the 3 of hearts? Now we know how they play. He managed to get them both in. I wonder if they play 2 hearts as a double negative. Oh, maybe not. He's got stuff. He's got a queen and a jack. And here we are. East might lead the 10 of spades, which is a good lead for their side. So much for that. Nice and aggressive lead. This is the penultimate board of this session. We have board 44 and 45, and then we will be done for the next little while. Well, west should open a diamond, east will bid a heart. South may or may not. Oh, here we go. One no trump. I take it back. I apologize.
George, what is their no trump range? I don't recall.
Neither do I, but my guess is that it's 14 to 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming looking at his hand.
Yeah, Al Hollander he'll notify us very shortly. On board 42, where east-west were in one no trump and they went down one, the other room, Mextreth and Rodwell were in one no trump making 3. So nickel picked up another 6 imps.
Yeah, North got off to the unfortunate lead of a club in that one no trump contract, which set up 5 club tricks for the declarer.
So much for leading the unbid suit. Well, hearts are 2-2 and diamonds are 3-3, so South is snookered right now. Very difficult for him to lead a club away from the king. North South play 3rd and 5th versus suits.
The hearts holding for us technicians is kind of interesting. The correct technical play is probably to lay down the ace because you can pick up Queen Jack 8 4th on north, but you can't pick it up for a loser, of course. But you can't pick it up from south. If you play small to the king, you still are going to end up having to lose 2 tricks.
Well, very, very good point, and I hope the specs absorb that because they can use that in their future endeavors.
Yeah, what I was really looking at is if Jacobus had played a heart to the king first, he'd have restrictive choice and might actually have some problems with the hand, which which I'm suspect he's not going to have now because he played the ace first anyway.
Well, he gave them the chance to win their king of clubs, but they didn't take it. And this is our last board of the session, and this is where we say give our thanks to a bunch of people. I want to thank BBO for creating this vehicle for all of us to watch this and have as much fun as we do. I want to thank the USBF for permitting us to bring this spectacular event to all the bridge players. I want to thank Jan Martell for organizing just about everything with the USBF, but in particular the commentators. George Jacobs, I think he's the president of the USBF. We have to thank him too. And we also have to thank our operator for the wonderful job that they've done. And we'd like to thank the Specs for all of their comments. Thank you very much. And Steve, it was a pleasure working with you today.
Yeah, thanks, George, and thanks for thanking everybody for us. This has been a lot of fun.
We should probably thank Al Hollander, who is doing the text for this match as well. He and Barnett Schenken, both of them put in yeoman service whenever these events are on and they're not playing. Well, we'll have a little bit of fun here. North-South have 5 tricks, but they have to remember to take them in order to beat this contract. I suspect that if 11 switches, we'll say to a club, that Jacobus is not going to fool around. He's just going to need a low heart right away and try and sneak a heart through for 9 tricks.
It seems like the danger holding from Levin's point of view is Queen 8 Doubleton with his partner, in which case he might have to continue spades immediately to get the suit unscrambled to get their 5 tricks. I was trying to figure out if that's really a threat. It's certainly a possible holding on the auction for the declare to have was that leaving 10/3 or so of spades.
Yeah. Now, if North thinks about it, partner did pass 1 club. You know, trying to figure out what partner has in order to beat this contract. It looks, if you were thinking about it, oh dear, oh now this is trouble. Well, here we go. They're going to make this. Oh well, anyhow, thank you everybody, and we will see you in a little under an hour, about 45 minutes. Bye for now.
Thanks, folks. Thanks, George. I enjoyed talking with you.
Same here.